Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you had a great week. Today we are in the new world of Ondarion with the Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy expansion pack provided by the Sims Creator Program. So we're going to be building Casa Rattus today, which is a home for Irina Rattus, which is a pre-made sim that Maxis uploaded to the gallery. She's actually a maid on the gallery, and I thought it was important for her to have a house, so we're using this blank 30 by 20 lot over in the neighborhood of Verdemar, in Ondarion. This is one of 3 neighborhoods in the world. So I thought we would kind of build here first and then move out to the 2 other neighborhoods and do a speed build each for those. But before we go any further, before we get into the build, I do want to quickly mention if you are picking up The Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy, or if you want to take advantage of the Lunar New Year sale until February 17th, this will be the last couple of days to do it. Feel free to use my creator code at checkout. It provides 5% off your order. Also, it goes to support me as a creator, so thank you so much if you do decide to use my code, but no pressure if you don't. So yeah, I was looking around this little portion of Verdemar and I was like, what do I build here? How do I build it? I don't know. So I found a neighboring house that is actually a lot that your Sims can live on, and I was like, oh, I like the courtyard idea. So I was heavily inspired by that, and I borrowed that for this particular house because I just wanted it to match, and I kind of wanted to fit well within this portion of the world. So that is kind of what we're doing here. I changed the railings a couple times, I think, but I think we finally settled on the black because I realized that around this portion of the world, that's all they used was like the black and cream kind of fencing that you might see in front of the lot there, off the lot, and just kind of around. So yeah, just figuring out a floor plan now. So there are 2 beds and 3 bathrooms. So there's actually a 3rd bedroom, but I didn't kind of count it because it's actually just a nursery. So I was like, well, it's not like an actual bed that your Sims can sleep in. So I didn't count it. But yeah, I really do love the courtyard space. There's a balcony off of the primary bath. There's also a balcony off the primary bedroom, which also leads down to the beautiful courtyard. So we're making use of the new flared stairs and railings throughout the house. I used it in the courtyard, but also in the main interior there, and just figuring out flooring now. I'm using all new flooring that came with Royalty and Legacy, except for the hardwood you see. The hardwood was like one of those login event items. I think it's like from The Sims 2 or something, but I really liked the look of it and the shape of it, and it was like the perfect wood tone for what I wanted. And it went well with like the tile. So this lot actually only uses base game and Royalty and Legacy and no other packs or content or kits or anything like that. So it's a very limited pack build. It's kind of what I usually like to do when we first get a new expansion. I like to build a lot for kind of each area, I guess, depending on how many there are in the world, but also I like to not use any other packs and kits. And then eventually we will introduce other content into the mix, but for now I just like people to have houses and things to play in. Of course, there are plenty of other lots to choose from around the world. You don't have to pick this one, but if you wanted to move into like a blank lot, I mean, this house would be perfect, although it is not cheap. It's 151,953 simoleons, and I attribute that to some of the paintings I hung around the house. I didn't realize that they were so expensive. I'm talking like 7,000 simoleons and upwards of that. So I was like, well, that would probably be why the lot value is so much and so expensive. So this is by no means even a starter home, but I thought it was a nice little home for Irina, because I grabbed her from the gallery to kind of play as her, because I was just looking for a pre-made sim, because I didn't really want to take the time to do that myself. So I just borrowed one of Max's sims, and yeah, I thought it was great to have her have her own little place, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to kind of see what like a maid's house might look like. I mean, generally if you're thinking of like Bridgerton, like the maids have quarters inside the houses and things, but like this is The Sims, so obviously she might not stay over at the actual estate. So she has her own house, or at least she did, but it could be anybody's house at this point. But yeah, we put together the kitchen. The kitchen is an all new set entirely. that came with the expansion. So it's nice to see that. I absolutely love the range, the fridge, just the options of the cabinetry. It's really nice. It's a really nice looking kitchen. And of course, if you do want to grab this build on the Sims 4 gallery, here is the gallery listing. It is called Casa Rattus, which is Irina's last name. So I figured it makes sense that it's, her house. But yeah, so it's out there. You can see what it requires, which really isn't much. so that's nice. Although Simoleons wise, it does require a bit there, but I'm sorry. Didn't really think about that. But I just wanted to kind of go forth and use all of the objects and things without really thinking about a budget. I'm not really like a budget kind of person when it comes to builds and speed builds and things like that. So yeah. So the primary bedroom went together pretty quickly. We're using a brand new bed. There's a little vanity there. There's also a new dresser I slotted in there. And then this is the primary bath, which has this beautiful balcony, which the tub, I realized later, if you look out the open doors, which is a new doorway with Royalty and Legacy, there's this waterfall that's like off the side there, which I was like, oh, that's so nice. So you're like bathing and then you just have a waterfall just right outside the door. Like that's kind of nice. This is the hallway bath, which I just copied some of the fixtures from the primary bath. Just to kind of make it similar, but there's just a shower and a toilet in there just for other Sims to use on this side of the house without having to go to the primary bedroom. And then there also is a half bath downstairs, which is just a toilet and a sink, which I am doing now, which is kind of tucked in here in between like the staircase and the dining room there. There was kind of some space there and I thought this was perfect. We used this beautiful new mural. And then I grabbed this new window, which I then continued out into the courtyard because there's no like pane of glass in it. It's just open. And I thought that's so pretty to have in the bathroom too. Probably not the best thing, I guess, in the bathroom, but helps air it out, I guess. And then there's this weird like thing you might have seen me place up above on the balcony there off the primary bedroom, which is like this weird slatted thing. It's supposed to be like this sun thing. I don't know, but I don't know if your Sims can actually walk on that. So it's why I didn't really place any objects over that area. I didn't actually test that. But I just figure it's kind of like a skylight almost through the ceiling, which casts some light down below. We are now doing the secondary bedroom here, which is not really styled for anyone, though there is another corner vanity. And I'm just kind of putting in some clutter now. We do these shoes and some like kind of like jewelry clutter. And then over here, I did like a writing one and then like I don't know what you'd call that thing. It's not a telescope, but it's like I don't know. I know the proper name of it, but I'm drawing a blank. And then I was thinking about shutters. They are new that came with this pack, but then I was like, we'll just put the shutters on the front windows and not really worry about the side. Because I felt like once I put them on the side, it felt rather busy. Now we're doing a half wall trim to kind of top off the courtyard wall here. It is annoying that the support beam, when I have the half wall there, that kind of disappears by the staircase, but it's just one of those glitches that I just have to accept, so it's like I can't fix that. But there is a new half wall trim, which kind of looks like a nice stone top. It kind of matches the wall perfectly. So I was like, yes, we're going to do that. And now we're putting together the nursery, which I did put the bassinet in the center and then a chair and a dresser. And that's really it. It's pretty minimal because obviously it's just base game and the expansion. So I was just trying to use what's available without using too much base game. I wanted to use all of the new content as possible. Also, this ladder cabinet thing that you see in the kitchen here, I absolutely love that. Not sure if it's functional, like a bookcase or anything like that. I don't know if it has any function or if it's just a decorative cabinet, but you can slot objects to it. There are a couple of different slots there. So yeah, I do most of the landscaping off camera, but I did do some of the new wisteria on the side here of the courtyard, and I was just trying to figure out some other objects to kind of scatter around. But then, yeah, you can see I kind of completed the landscaping, and I added this fence out the front, which is also scattered throughout the world, but also matches quite well with the rest of the house and the rest of the build. We do have a telescope out here, some more lounge chairs. This is inside the courtyard space. I did add a archway into there from the other side as well as on the front. And then you have these beautiful open doors. This is the floor plan, so you can see how it kind of goes together. And this is the upstairs. And then we move around to the front door and then get an up close and personal kind of look into the living space. I was trying to debate whether or not to include a TV, and I was like, well, let's just include a small one because it's something, better than nothing. There's also a lemon tree here in the kitchen. And then we flip around the other side, which again, I really like that object there. This is the dining room area, which is also kind of just like a breezeway out to the like balcony space. And then there's this beautiful new chandelier that's above the dining table. And then this is the nursery. And then we move into the secondary bedroom as well, which is pretty minimal. But again, it's, you can customize it how you like, but I just wanted to keep things pretty simple. This is the primary bedroom where I have this like mural on the back wall, and it also has access to a rooftop balcony out here, which you can see with some sun loungers. And then we have this beautiful vanity space, and there is again these like shoes, which are meant to be like kicked off, but they're just laying on the floor. So pretty cool. And then this is the primary bath. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. I will be doing a couple more builds. We're going to check out the two other neighborhoods, Bellecourt and Dambell of Ondarion. So we're going to build in those next. But yeah, if you do have any suggestions or anything like that you want to see, do let me know in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you very soon with another build.